My name is Ashley Collins, aka The Aunt of Dragons. I'm supposed to be going live with Wear Perfection Mobile Detailing. They're a car detailing company, and I'm very excited to be speaking with them. They're a local company. Hold on. Now let me figure out how this app works. I swear, I'm gonna talk about this later, but I swear I hate everything about the internet. You know? Everything about the internet. But we'll talk about that later. Speaking with William or Ty. One of those. Hello,
Great day, great day. How are you?
good, good. How are you?
Awesome. How about yourself?
I'm well. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so please introduce us to yourself.
All righty. Hi, good morning, people. I'm William, the owner and operator of Rap Perfection Mobile Detailing out of Tampa, Florida.
Okay, so obviously we have to ask the cheesy question. How did you get started with your company?
So how did I get started?
Mm-hmm.
It was actually by default. A partner of mine had brought the idea to me about detailing because he had like a lot of years in detailing, and I basically was supposed to be just like the investor part of it. I wasn't supposed to be out here, doing the work. We actually said we're going to be a partner, and we ended up getting a van, different things like that. And just a long story short, he chose not to do it. So I was stuck with that I was stuck with having to do it. So it just became, like I said, by default. I didn't even intend to start this business, but I'm glad I did. It's an awesome thing. It's definitely an awesome thing.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so ceramic coating, um, lifetime. They come with lifetime protection, full exterior coating, pro paint prep. You offer so much. Why so much?
You mean when you say why so much? You mean as far as the work that's input to do it, or you mean the money?
No, not the money. The work to do it. Yes.
Okay. Um. Well, with ceramic coating, you put a coating on a car, especially if that car has swirls, has light scratches, oxidation, all different type of stuff. So the first step in doing a ceramic coating is the prep work, and the prep work is so that it grinds everything down, it makes everything smooth. So when you get ready to put that coating on, the coating sticks and
Mm-hmm.
it's worth the value to the customer because ceramic coatings, if I be honest, is for the person who wants to protect their asset. Because ceramic coatings can be anywhere from $800 to $1,600, just for that coating. But the prep work, it takes hours because you have to go over, you have to put the compound on it, you have to get your machines that you need in order to get the swirls out, to get the scratches out, the light scratches. Now, if it's too deep of a scratch, you're not doing the prep work. Is not going to get that out because it's just there. You're gonna have to get a hold of the paint job. But for those, and it's like I said, ceramic coatings for those who want to protect their asset, and their asset is not too far gone to be able to benefit from the ceramic because the ceramic coating basically keeps your car uh, from getting scratches. It keeps it from the ultraviolet rays in the sky, all the different type of stuff. When you like, how you driving and like things be thrown at your car with a
Yeah.
ceramic coating, that stuff just bounces off. So it protects your car. It's
Oh,
protection.
oh, fun fact. And speaking of cost, I saw you made a post on Facebook, probably weeks ago, that you did a detailing that originally was supposed to be $500, but you charged her $200. Why did
Mhm.
you do that?
You said it's supposed to be 500, and I charged two.
Yeah, yeah, it's on your face.
I just, when was this? Let me think. Hold on, let me think. Oh, okay. And see, that's going to go into the other question that you were going to ask me too about the worst detail, because that was probably my worst detail. And I remember exactly what you're talking about. It was SUV. It had to be an SUV. It had to be an SUV. And the reason why I said it is because what happens with me sometimes is I don't get pictures from the customer for them to show me what their interior looks like. So I had already pre-quoted her a quote, so I couldn't change it right on the scene when I got there because I had already agreed to that. So that's why it should have been 500, but she only got charged 200. So that's it. That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
Now you service including but not limited to Land Lakes, Tampa, Wesley Chapel, etc., etc. Basically, the Central Florida area. Do you
Mhm.
have hopes of expanding outside of Florida?
I had a vision um, that I thought about maybe expanding into once everything got once everything gets the way that I want it here. I wouldn't mind opening up another Rap Perfection mobile detailing in Georgia, uh, North Carolina, you know, different like little country places where people don't like to detail their cars. Just go out there and just open up a little market. So yeah, I definitely would like to expand outside of Florida.
Awesome, awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay. What is nano ceramic window and why is it important?
Nano ceramic tint, basically, it's you know how you have your regular tint, right? And that's just like regular film. But with nano ceramic tint, it's actually has ceramic particles in it that block heat and UV rays. The regular tint doesn't do that as much. It does it a little bit, but with the ceramic tint, it's more like 99% that you're protecting yourself from those ultraviolet rays and heat. Also, it blocks any harmful rays and protects your skin and vehicle interior. So it's a good thing to have, but I wouldn't tell everybody to get it because it is a little bit more on the expensive side than what regular tin is.
Cool. Learned something new today. Um, what causes the price difference
And that
in,
okay,
in,
what the
and detailing the car in general? What causes the price difference?
in detailing the car period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know I always like to use this as a explanation. There's a car wash where you can go and get your car washed for 20, $25, $40. Go through the drive-through and get all that different kind of stuff. But that's just that, a car wash. A car wash, you're not going to get a hand wash, which means you're not taking it through a machine and potentially getting scratches and marks on your car from the machines that you're taking the car through. A lot of people don't know when you're taking your car through the car wash, that's why you get swirls. It's because the machine is constantly moving on your car and it's creating those marks. Versus me being a detailer, I'm hand washing with a microfiber towel. So there can't be no scratches because I'm hand washing your vehicle. So there's always a differential between a car wash and a detail. Also, with a car wash, you're not getting a full wipe down of all grime and nasty stuff on your interior. I do that in the detail. In car wash, you're not getting in between your vents with a brush and making sure all the dust and stuff is out of there. You're not getting any of that out of a car wash. Then with the interior, the vacuums that they have at certain car wash places, they're okay. But our like mine is actually commercial, so it's going to get whatever you got on that floor out of there. You know. So then it's also you got to look at a car wash versus a detail. A detail takes time. A detail could take you anywhere, depending on the condition of the hour to 3 hours. Because with a car wash, if you have pet hair, who's removing it? They're not going to do that. That's something that you yourself would have to do. So me being as a detailer, you come to me and say, "Hey, William, I have pet hair. Okay, is it light? Is it moderate? Is it extreme? So I want to see it. I'm gonna come look at it. If it's moderate and light, I can still remove it, but that's time. That's me taking a special tool and making sure all of the pet hair is out. So it's like this is so many different differentials between a car wash and a detail and how much it could be. A detail can go anywhere from with me. My prices is $199 for the full detail. That's inside, outside. That includes tire shine. That includes hand wash, hand dry. I'm not letting the sun dry your car. It includes spot free water. You know what I'm saying? Is you're not. I'm not using the customer's uh tap water that has all types of minerals and different things that cause water. This holds 180 gallons. That's spot free water. So I use that water on all my details. So when I'm washing the car and I'm rinsing it, I don't have to worry about water spots. You know what I'm saying? Those little white spots that you see on your car. Because a lot of people take their cars through car wash. Guess what? That water is not spot free. So that's another thing that you end up, having to look at when it comes to a detail. And then, like I said, also the time. If it takes me anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to do your car, yeah, I expect you to pay me $200 because it's the time that I'm putting into your car. And then on top of that, if I have to add a wax, you know what I'm saying, I have to put that wax in compound and use a machine. So yes, it's the labor, it's the it's included with that. Absolutely. So there's definitely a big difference between
But that I don't know, like maybe I'm just naive, but that sounds very affordable. Maybe I'm just naive. I don't know.
that. It is. But you know what, too? I'm gonna tell you this. It's all depending upon the customer that you're dealing with. There are some customers that will give. Like I had a customer, and I was running a special of I think it was 159 for just the inside. When they sent me the picture of the interior was a disaster.
Oh
So
no.
when I got there, I'm like, I only charged you 160 for this, and then now this is what the customer did. Oh, and I would like you to extract my seats and shampoo my seats and all this kind of stuff. I say, wait, no, I've already charged you this price. If you want that, you have to pay an additional $65. Oh, I'm not paying that. Oh, but then what do you want me to do? Because I'm not going to do that for free. And so we didn't get in an argument or anything like that. I just say, man, just pay me what we agreed on. I did what you asked me to do. If you want that extra, you're gonna have to pay more. But can you discount it? No. And that's why I say it depends on the customer that you're dealing with, man, because it's like some customers, like you just said, $200 to you does not seem like it's a bad investment because of everything that you're getting with the detail. But to someone who just wants a car wash, that $200 is like it's $2,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's all depending on the type of person that you're dealing with and how much they care about their car. Do they look at their car as just something that they're driving, or do they look at that car as an asset? As a person that's just driving a car, no, they don't want to pay you no 200 for that because I'm just driving this car. It's doing its purpose. But the person that, hey man, I want to make sure it's maintained. I want to maintain my car. I want to make sure it's fresh and it looks the way that I want it to look, the way that it represents me. So then you have a different type of demographic and a different type of person that you're dealing with. So it's all depending upon the person.
True. That's really true. Wow. Okay. All right. So, what was your favorite subject in school?
Hmm. If I be honest, I didn't like school. I didn't
Oh,
like school. My favorite subject, if I be honest, it was probably chorus. Probably chorus, choir, because I could sing. So I love to be around that music. I didn't like math. I still don't like math. I do it, but I don't like it.
but
English,
I found that with a lot of entrepreneurs, they didn't like school.
no, I
Why
didn't.
do you think that is? That's so weird.
I didn't like school at all. I honestly didn't. I didn't. I got to be honest, because I quit. I had quit school. I quit
Oh,
school like at 16 and just went about life, and life is life and all different kind of stuff. But something had clicked in me around about, I want to say 18. It was about 18. I said, you know what? I'm good. Because I only quit one grade. I was right there. I quit, but I went back. I got my diploma, so I'm happy I did that. But
that's so cool. Okay. Um, so with that being said, what do you encourage young people to pursue? How do you encourage them to pursue their passions or even discover their passions?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say this, and it's a slippery slope because if I be honest with you, host, everybody's not cut out for entrepreneurship. It's not, and we have to stop trying to push everybody. Oh, get self-employed. We just got to be honest. Everybody is not equipped to handle their own business. The the uncertainty. Okay, so we have a 9 to 5, right? Let's say we have a person that has 9 to 5. They have a guaranteed check every week, every 2 weeks, or every month, or 15th and the 30th, right? And they know that money is going to be there because they put the hours in to get that. Of course, you got to deal with taxes, all different kind of stuff. So that's that one person. Now, let's just use me for an example. I'm an entrepreneur. I decided to open up this detailing business. Monday, I might not have no appointment. So what that means? No money. Tuesday, I might not have no appointment. It means no money. Wednesday, I might not have no appointment. That means no money. Thursday, I might not have no money, no appointments. Friday, so on. So let's say I go 2 weeks with no money, but that 9 to 5 person has a guaranteed check. So dealing with the nuances in your brain, hey man, it's been 2 weeks. I ain't got no money. I got some bills getting ready to come up. That's not a worry, but that's what you have to deal with when it comes to owning your own business. The money is not always guaranteed versus the 9 to 5. So I would say it this way. I started off in the 9 to 5 world. I worked for, 20 something plus years. I found what I liked it when I was in the job sector. I love being a collector. I did collections for 16 years, and I was a beast. I'm a beast. I made a lot of money collecting bills, collecting different types of bills. So to the kid that is aspiring to do something, or they have a gift, or they have a passion, I'm going to always say, don't let that passion die. Because sometimes as we were growing up, we all had dreams. We all had this, but we had an environment that says, no, you're never going to be able to do that. You da 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 da. You ain't good enough to do this. So we let the words and the acumen and the influence of others cause us not to dream, cause us not to have hope in that dream. So I would say to the young person that's looking at this, don't let nobody kill your dreams. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't be or what you can't do. Because the fact of the matter that you have it as a thought, that means that's what you want to do. So go do what you want to do. If you're wanting to be in the world sector, you wanting to be a 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But at the same time, I would say to that person that wants to do that 9 to 5 thing, think about a hobby or think about something outside of that, because it's always great to have multiple sources of income
Yes.
when you're not just depending on one thing. You know what I'm saying? For me, I can't go back into the workforce. I know for a fact that I'm supposed to be an owner. I know for a fact that I'm supposed to be entrepreneurship, because even the way that I'm in a job and I have a supervisor, I have a manager, but yet it's just always some kind of inclination where my mindset is that of a manager. It's not of an employee. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, and I'm not trying to be insubordinate, but it's just like, no, I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I have my own company. So it's like, no, I'm not you're not gonna tell me that I gotta go to lunch at this time and I gotta go to no, never mind. I just go back to my business. I make my own schedule. So and that's like I'm saying though, that's not for everybody though. That takes, and I'm gonna tell you this too, that takes a different level of faith. That takes a different level of trust in your process, because it might be a detailer right now that start today, but they start out charging $25, $50 on for a detail. They're going to find out quickly that it costs more than that for your chemicals. So now your price has to change. But then you might not have faith that somebody's going to pay that price. At first, when I first started off, I started off doing. I'll show you. I started off doing this. I don't know if this phone going to show it or not, but this was our flyer when we first started. And if you read that right there, it says for a limited time only, uh, take advantage of our no obligation value based detailing, a simple in and out service. Always, what to say? Always finish with the rapid professional touch. So basically, I started off doing value based details. In other words, means I come to your house, host, do your car. Then after I do your car, you pay me based off the value that you feel like I did that detail. So there was no set price. First car that I did, I thought I did a great job, but the customer obviously didn't feel like I did a great job. So guess what they paid me?
Uh,
No-
like $50.
Nothing. Zero. They paid me zero. They paid me $0. But I thought I did a great job. I did your inside, I did your outside. But it's the value based detail. So they might have felt like I didn't do it right, but I did ask the question, what could I have done better? Different things like that. And they did tell me. I didn't feel no type of way about it because that's what I offered. But then as I kept doing that, I started door knocking, doing different things like that. I said, you know what? I'm done with the value based stuff because I need to set a value of what I believe that I know my detail is worth. So when I did that, my prices changed to twice. It went from that value base to I'll do it for 100. I'll do it for 125. The last time I changed it was just now. Everything is $200. Then I have add-ons now, different things like that, like so that's right in the corners, but pet hair removal, stain removal, all those things are add-ons now. Now, because I'm understanding the business, I'm understanding how much money I have to put in for this 180-gallon water tank back here, for this generator that has to have gas, for the pressure washer that has to have gas. See, I don't think that a lot of customers understand what it takes to even run the tools and the equipment that's needed to detail your car. Because I feel like if they knew the cost of that, they wouldn't worry about $200. They'd be like, "Oh man, that's really too low." When it comes to everything that we put into it. But yeah, man, to the dreamer, to the entrepreneur that wants to do it, pursue it, because you would never know if you're going to succeed if you don't try, and you already failed if you don't try. So
Yeah.
try.
Wow. Wow, that really inspired me. Okay. 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 Question. What makes a business owner wise versus a fool or a wise fool?
From my perspective, excuse me, and what I've learned, when you get in business, you need to understand a couple of things. What is the cost to run your business? How much you're going to pay yourself? Um, and what's your return on investment? Because a lot of people get in business and it's just they just get in business. They don't understand the calculation of it. They don't understand how to write down how much chemical they're using or how much material they're using to see if they're even in the profit margin. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, a lot of people make a mistake in is, like for an example, I learned in my truck company, a lot of people jump out and they go get a semi truck or they go get a box truck or they go get a cargo van. You put the cart before the horse. So now you got this equipment, but you ain't got no work. So now I understand you get the work first and then you get the equipment. That's how that's the difference between the first part of what you said, what you call it, a business owner and a smart business person and
Oh, wise fool.
yeah, yeah. So that's what a smart business owner would do. They would do that. They would make sure they have the work secured, then they go get the equipment. A fool, you're just gonna jump out there and say, I'm in business, and you have done no research on the market you're in. You just got the money and you just went and bought the equipment. Now you're sitting here. It's anywhere from 50 from to $100,000 equipment, and you ain't got one job.
Yeah.
And you didn't either finance that or whatever the case is. Now that's a monthly bill that you have now occurred that you're not going to be able to pay if you ain't got no work. So the difference between the two is one says I get to work first, then I get the equipment or what's needed to run the job, and the second one is I'm just going to jump out there and see what happens. The first
Yeah.
one is going to have more of a plan. They're going to have more of a like a written down plan of what they're going to execute. That second one, just out there, just no wise, no wisdom, no knowledge, no nothing. I'm just out here in business. That's not going to work. Not going to work at all.
Um. Okay. Feel free to call me stupid. So, would you detail a boat or a spaceship?
Both. But long, who own a spaceship? I need to know who's gonna pay me.
What's his name? Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos'
Jeff
space.
Bezos on a spaceship? Oh yeah, I need a million. I need a million, sir, because I don't know what's on this spaceship because I done seen the movies Independence Day and what they can do and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I need a million for that one. But I'm wearing some type of protective something. Yeah, because I don't know what kind of radioactive stuff you got going on. I detail a boat too. Yeah, long as they understand the labor and the material that it takes to detail whatever it is, I'll do it, and they need to compensate me. Simple.
Perfect. All right. So, we're gonna wrap it up. Where
All
can
right.
we like you, follow you, um, um, contact you for business, all that fun stuff?
You can follow me here on Instagram or Facebook, or TikTok. It's all Rap Perfection Mobile Detailing. It comes right up. We have a website that's also www.rapperfectionmobiledetailing.com, or you can just contact me directly through DMs here. Or if you have a car and you know you're ready, what day, you can just text us at 863-330-3866. That's Rap Perfection Mobile Detailing. I'm William, the owner and operator, and that's who you will be seeing.
And he responds very quickly to those of you who are very curious about that and are very frustrated when contacting people. He responds like right away. When do you sleep?
I sleep. I sleep. Don't do that. Cause my appointments are only from 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m. After 12 p.m., well, let's say 2 p.m. because that's how long it'll take me to do, depending on what the car is. So I knock off after 2 o'clock anyway. So I'm home probably by 4 or 5 ish, and
Oh,
then I'm doing what I do, and I make sure I'm asleep by 9 every day. Absolutely.
it sounds like perfect hours. I wish. Okay, last question.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sure everyone's seen Fast and the Furious. I don't have friends. I got family.
Mm.
Why do you choose to work with your family?
Well, this is another slippery slope. This is another slippery slope, host. I don't, I don't, I don't work with family because I've tried it and I had to learn it the hard way. It's not that you don't want to help your family out. That's not what it is. Sometimes family know they have a access to you that a non-family member may not have.
Yeah.
They can play that card and say, "Oh, I'm your family. You should help me." But now here it is. I open the door for you to help you, and then you don't want to work. You want something to be handed to you. You want because I'm your family. You now you feel there's an entitlement that has to take place in this uh relationship. When it's I just really understand this now. You don't mix business with family. Business
Hmm.
is business. Family is family. Sometimes you might want to be a helper, cool. But saying that you're coming on to be an employee or someone that's no, no. Because it's gonna who you think you are. You don't
Hmm.
tell me what to do. Da, da, da. All right. That's why. Right there. You know that attitude automatically it's crazy and I hate that it's like that, but unfortunately that's how it is. Unless it's like when I say close family, like my son, I gotta put up with you. 'Cause you my son. You know what I'm saying? But my auntie or my uncle or my niece or my nephew, you don't have the same grace and mercy that I'm gonna have with my son. Because that's my son. You know, I'm put here to be responsible for him. He's not an adult yet. You may be an adult in your family, but then I bring you on and you sabotage my business with your attitude. You talk to the customer any kind of way. You that money, oh, we're gonna ride or die. No, we not. You gonna be gone. And I just do this by myself. That's the end of the situation. Now,
Yeah.
going to hire a person that's not family. To be honest with you, host, it's easier because now you could teach that person your process. You could teach that person your system. You ain't got to worry about them trying to use no family card or manipulation or control to get you to do something outside of how you already have it set up. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm saying that's going to be easy. No, because some people, I got 15 years in this. You can't tell. Okay, well, guess what? You might not be the right person. I might need to go get somebody that's young that could be molded and taught something that's teachable. Because, when you get a person that's teachable, the sky is the limit, man. Like, what? You want to learn? Yeah, I want to learn. When you get somebody that desires to learn, that wants to understand another process, man, I love those type of people. You don't got to fight and pull teeth for them because they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't work with family. I don't.
I never thought of it that way. Well, William, thank you so much for chatting with me. I have a lot of stuff to think about.
I appreciate you as well, host. I appreciate you as well.
Thank you so much for your patience, and I will definitely be contacting you because my car needs massive detailing.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
All right,
I
bye.
appreciate you. Y'all have a great one. All right.